Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, following on from last week's vlog and also from some of the Insta stories that I've been putting up over on Instagram, I wanted to share with you guys my sort of everyday makeup routine, and I think that I'm quite low maintenance, so just out of curiosity I'm going to time myself and see how long this takes, because I reckon it's under 5 minutes. Now, as most of you will know if you watched last week's vlog, if you're regulars, if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that I recently made the change to cruelty-free beauty. At the start of this year, I kind of set that as one of my goals for the year. So by the end of 2019, I wanted to be completely free of any brands that were not cruelty-free. Now, I'm not going to go too much into like the darkest depths of information on cruelty-free brands. I'm going to run you guys through some of the products that I'm going to use today, but there's a lot of debate on, what exactly is cruelty-free. The brands that I use are not tested on animals and not sold in China, but they might not necessarily be not owned by larger brands like L'Oreal. So that's just my personal choice. That's where I'm at the moment. This might change in the future. But yes, small changes help make a difference, don't they? Now, I'm going to start off by tying my hair up, because that's what I do. As I said, I'm quite low maintenance. I am not in any way, shape or form a makeup artist. My makeup skills are like average at best. I think that's being very kind to myself. So I'm just going to chuck my hair up in a rather like shabby bun like so. Also, my hair is at that length where this happens. Does anyone else have this? This hair is literally the difference to me having a good day or a bad day. But hair aside, I am going to get my stopwatch going. Are you ready for this, guys? 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Okay. First thing that I stick on my face is by a brand called Luminate. It is the Instant Glow UV Primer. I am all about products that make me glow. So this is how much I put on. Put it on with my fingers. I just rub my fingers together. Start sticking it on my face. I give it a little bit of a shake, which I did before getting ready for this video. And this is just quite nice and silky and soft, and it just acts as a nice sort of illuminating base. It does also have an SPF of 30 in there, and I know I haven't touched on skincare in this video. I do wear an SPF of 50 every single day, because as you can see, I have a lot of sun damage to my skin. I've started getting dark spots, or some people call them age spots here. It's really gross, but I'm wiping my hand on a towel because I don't have a sink down here in the studio. Right, so that is base done. It's really nice and lightweight, quite fresh. And then item number 2 is also by Luminate. It is Instant Glow Beauty Serum. And this is what I have resorted to using over the NARS Tinted Illuminating Moisturiser, which is what I used to use before. Of course, NARS is not cruelty free. Again, I apply this with my fingers. I did say to you guys, I'm not a makeup artist in any way, shape or form. I'm not one of those people that can do all of the, eyeshadow and contouring and all that kind of stuff. I literally am so low maintenance. I just want glowy skin and something that looks relatively sort of fresh and natural. So I'm just rubbing this over my face. Again, like the primer, it's really lightweight. It gives a nice glow to the skin, and it smells quite nice as well, actually. Lumen is a Nordic brand. I actually used to call them, Luminate. Luminate is a Nordic brand. I used to call them Lumen, which sounds a bit French, but I recently got corrected on this. Take it down a little bit onto my neck. As you can see, there's not a lot of pigment in it, and I don't really need a full coverage, which is why I don't wear a foundation. That's where I tend to wear something like a serum or a tinted moisturiser. So that is base almost finished. Now I'm going to move on to concealer. So I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Liquid Concealer, which I cannot open now. We're losing precious time because my hands are covered in Luminate. So this has an applicator obviously already built into the end. It's like a little wand. This is probably the most terrible application of under eye concealer you've ever seen, but this is what I do, people. You know, this is what I'm all about. So I've got a few kind of scars. I'm blemish free at the moment, which is a good thing, but I have a few blemish scars. So I just basically apply that on, pat in, again no brush, just using fingers, and then under eyes, being a little bit more gentle, I just pat in, use this finger. I just like things that illuminate, so again this wand is quite illuminating, quite lightweight. I just go a little bit on my eyelids to just kind of get rid of the occasional redness you get under your eyes. And again, I quite like products under my eyes. I don't really like them to be cakey. I'd rather them be a little bit sheer. Like, I'm not about completely covering my face and making it so, I don't know, matte and not full of imperfections, because I think skin does have imperfections and I want my skin to actually look like skin. Right, now this area here where I have that really big age spot, that is a little bit of a issue for me. I feel a bit self-conscious about that. So I'm going to move on to this, which is Dr. Hauschka, what's it called? Compact Powder. It's in shade number 2, which is chestnut. And it comes with this rather dirty looking applicator pad thing. And I'm just going to tap that over because I'm just going to layer a little bit more concealer over this, because I kind of, as I said, I feel a bit self-conscious about this age spot because it's so big. I'm going to put a bit of powder on my finger as well, and I'm just going to tap it. So I'm just kind of doing a bit of a layering scenario to disguise that age spot a little bit more. I think I am going to look into laser removal for that, but I will keep you guys updated on how I get on with that. Right, so there we go. That is base foundation-esque area completely done. So now I'm going to move on to La Bronzer, which I'm using Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. This is actually new. I've only been using this for a few days. I've got Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to sweep it over my forehead, a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. That's my bronzer face. Attractive. A little bit, and I'm literally just dabbing bit along my jawline, on my chin, because I feel like I don't particularly have the right shade of my Charlotte Tilbury concealer, and a little bit on my eyelids. Just need to have, I've got a bit of excess product on there, so just pat that away. You could probably use a eyeshadow primer to just get rid of any of that kind of smudging, but to be honest with you, I just try and use as minimal product as possible. And then just to blend a little bit, just go down my neck. I don't like to go down my neck too far because I'm generally always wearing some kind of white t-shirt or a white shirt, so I don't want to get any sort of transfer on the bottom of that. So there we go, that's bronzer. Now I'm going to move on to adding just a bit of colour to my cheeks. So I'm using this, I don't really know what this is, a blush and lipstick. It says lip and cheek, and this is in the shade Work. This is a brown which I've discovered recently. That's again another face. This is what I do that, and then I tap it, and then I actually needed a couple more taps on that one. I actually do use a blush brush by Zoeva, which some people might think is a bit weird to use a brush on a cream blush, but hey, you know, again, this is what I do. We're blending, and I'm just blending it upwards. Some of you might notice I'm quite erratic as well. Again, it's just me, it's how I do it. Just adds a little bit of colour, not too much, little bit of colour, like you've pinched my cheeks. And I want a little bit of highlighter. So again, Lumine, and it's called Invisible Illumination. Sounds magical, doesn't it? And I've got this really odd brush. This is a face paint brush by Zoeva, and I'm just going to use the corner of this. I'm going to sweep some down my nose, just up here across my cheekbones, but trying to avoid that area where I've got that age spot, just so that I don't smudge off all that concealer that I've spent so much time building up. And then just kind of blend a little bit. I just want like a little bit of highlight on my cheekbones. Again, just to kind of accentuate the glow. I'm all about that glow. And then just using a finger, I could probably use a finger for that whole thing, to be honest with you. I'm gonna just pop a little bit of that highlight underneath my brow arch, like so. And this is a really subtle, I suppose that's why it's called invisible illumination. It's a really, really subtle highlighter. It just catches the light nicely in certain areas. Right, we're all done with that. Now I'm gonna move on to my eyebrows. It's worth me mentioning that my eyebrows are tattooed. I go to Tracy Giles. I have it done complimentary, which means free. And yes, I am due for a top up. In fact, I'm going for a top up on the 6th of June. So I'll take you guys along in a vlog. I did do a full-on video about that as well, about having my eyebrows tattooed. But now I'm going to move on to using this, which is Elemis White Flower Eye and Lip Makeup Remover. And I basically just apply this to a cotton bud. This is a recyclable cotton bud. It is made of paper, by the way. And I'm just going to remove any like excess product that might be lying in my eyebrows, because I just find that it kind of gathers from when you use either a foundation or like I've used a beauty serum. And I just want to try and remove it, because the thing is, when you have tattooed brows, it's obviously not hair. I do have some hair there, as you might be able to see, but it can sometimes discolour the actual colour of the tattoo. So I'm just removing that. I'll use the makeup remover on one side of the bud, and then I'll just remove the excess makeup remover with the other side of the bud. And because I do still have some hair, I do still use a product for my brows, and I'm currently using, again by Luminate, Eyebrow Shaping Wax. Slightly tinted, this one. Can't tell what shade it is, but I'll write all this information down in the description box below. I've got a little brush and I'm just going to sweep that up. This eyebrow is my least favourite. It's the one I have the most trouble with, because this hair here, for some reason, doesn't want to stay in the right direction. So I'm just brushing up there just to keep those in place. My eyebrows, and actually my face in general, is completely asymmetrical because I was attacked by a dog when I was younger. So my basically it bit off my cheek, and yeah, it wasn't fun, but you know, things happen. And basically my skin had to be stretched, which is why I have a scar here, and that's why my face is wonky. So yay for wonky faces. Now I'm going to finish off, or second to last step, is mascara. I've really struggled with finding a good cruelty-free mascara, but at the moment I'm currently, I wouldn't say loving, but really growing to like this Topshop mascara. It's called Intense Mascara, and it's got quite a nice brush. I like the consistency, is that the word? I like the consistency of the product, and I like that it gives like not too much of a chunky, not too much of a chunky look with the eyelashes. It's kind of a little bit more natural. It's like not all caked on and leaving it clumpy, and that's how I like it. And I just apply that to my upper lashes. Stopped applying mascara. See, my eyebrow is doing that thing again. The hairs start to fall back down. Stopped applying mascara to my bottom lashes a couple of years ago. Just kind of, don't know, laziness maybe. Got fed up. I just felt like it closed my eyes a little bit too much. So yeah. I feel like I'm being a little bit too precious about this. Normally I just whack that on and go, but it's like, you guys are watching me, so the pressure. And now finally, to finish up, another Topshop product. This is just balm, vanilla. I don't wear a lot of lipstick, if I'm being honest. I'll probably just wear a lip balm. This one, this one tastes so good and smells really good. This one is vanilla, obviously. It's got a very, very slight pale pink tint to it. And it just makes my lips feel less dry, shall we say. And that, ladies and gentlemen, there's probably not any gentlemen, is there? Who am I kidding? Is it. That is my everyday makeup routine using my current favourite cruelty-free products. Right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the stopwatch, and it's ended at 13 minutes 58, which is so much longer than I actually thought it took me to do my makeup. In all fairness, I reckon we could deduct a good 5 minutes for faffing around and waffling on. So I reckon my actual makeup routine minute tally, that was quite a mouthful, wasn't it, is around about 9 minutes, I reckon. It's not bad, is it? Quite happy with that. So there we have it. That is it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a bit of a brief video, to be honest with you, but it's something that you guys have been requesting a lot, especially over on my Instagram stories. You wanted to see what products I use to get a dewy glow. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys next time. And yes, I will be covering my cruelty-free skincare in a video at some point as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.